Hello, today we're looking at finding unit rates. So we're going to unlock our problem first of all. So in this problem, the star fruit or carambola is the fruit of a tree that is native to Indonesia, India, and Sri Lanka. Slices of the fruit are in the shape of a five-pointed star. Lara paid $9.60 for 16 ounces of star fruit. Find the price of 1 ounce of star fruit. So if you remember, a unit rate always compares something to 1. Okay, so you always want to reduce it down to what one of whatever you're comparing is going to be. In this case, it would be 1 ounce. So here they underline the sentence that told what we're trying to find. We want to know what 1 ounce of star fruit would cost. And then we circled the numbers that we needed to use for our problem. So $9.60 and 16 ounces. So when you compare and make a unit rate, you want to always make it into a fraction, kind of like the ratios that we just talked about, make it into a fraction form. So it's a ratio that compares our price to our weight in this case. So our price is $9.60. Our weight is 16 ounces. We make that into a fraction. And remember, that is that bar in the middle, that fraction bar is telling us to divide. So it really is telling us to do $9.60 divided by 16 ounces. So we're going to divide our top and bottom, our numerator and denominator, by the denominator. So in this case, 16. And that will reduce it down to 60 cents per ounce, or 60 cents for 1 ounce of fruit. So basically, about one bite of the fruit is 60 cents. So a little on the pricey side. So that was what we call our unit rate. It would be 60 cents per ounce for this fruit. Okay. So that's going to be our magic number for unit rates, is always reduce it down to 1. Okay, so that's going to keep coming up over and over again. So here's a real life example, and usually we do a project on this. We do a little poster, but maybe when we come back in December, we'll do the poster. I usually have you guys shop in grocery ads to find some different unit rates and compare what the better deal is. So in this case, this is a jar of Jif peanut butter, and this is, I think, from Walmart. And we know the jar of peanut butter costs $6.44, and it's 40-ounce jar. So what we do is we divide the $6.44 by the 40 ounces, and we find out it's going to be 161 thousandths, which is actually, when we round it off to the hundredths place for money, 16 cents per ounce. So when you look at these tags in the store, a lot of stores do this. They'll put that up in the corner of the tag. It tells us that it's 16.1 cents per ounce. And you can compare that to other brands of, like, this one I think is Jif peanut butter. You can compare it to the Walmart brand or whatever other brands they have to find out what your better deal is. And being the bargain shopper that Mrs. Smith is, she does this all the time in the store. And if they don't tell her what the price is, she whips out her calculator or does some mental math really fast and figures out what the better deal is. Kind of drives Mr. Smith nuts, but I'm a bargain shopper, so I do this all the time. So here's another example. This time we're not using money or ounces of food. We're using miles per hour. So during migration, a hummingbird flies 210 miles in 7 hours, and the goose flies 165 miles in 3 hours. So which bird flies at a faster rate? So our hummingbird is 210 miles in 7 hours. Make that into a fraction. And we divide by our denominator. So we're dividing by sevens. And that reduces down to 30 miles per hour for the hummingbird. Our goose is 165 miles in 3 hours. So we divide by our denominator, which is 3. And we find out that it is 55 miles per hour. So we know that 55 miles per hour is faster than our 30 miles per hour. So the goose flies at a faster rate. So what you want to remember with unit rates is you always want to make it into a fraction. Put your whatever you're comparing, your miles or money, on top and divide it by the ounces or the hours or whatever you're trying to find. And then divide by that denominator. And you're always trying to reduce it down to what 1 hour would be, or 1 ounce, or even 1 can of pop, or whatever you're trying to figure out. So if you reduce everything down to what it would be for 1, you found a unit rate. Okay? So give it your best shot. Good luck. And if you have any questions, let me know.